Hi, this message is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Could be Venus or North Node. Basically, if you're drawn to this message, it probably has something in there for you. I pulled the Oracle cards, some tea leaf cards, and a couple messages at the end. I did pull some tarot cards, and I'll clarify with another deck as I go. I did kind of changed it up with this reading because I decided to use different cards and the Celtic cross spread because I just felt like I should. So let's start with the first oracle card, the overall message, and I got the Dark Harlequin. So there's a little like excerpt at the beginning of these messages that I want to read to you, and then I will talk about that. Okay. It says, bells are ringing from deep inside. Something that once had to hide is seeking your attention. It wants out. It wants to be free. As you release what was once shut away, your discomfort shall turn to glee. It says, you are a spiritual adventurer. You're not afraid to go to the edge of what you know, of who you believed yourself to be. Even when before you lies the darkness of unknown worlds, of undiscovered parts of you, even when you feel uncertainty and discomfort or doubt, you are still willing to figure out what it's all about. You have come to a place in your life where you don't know what's happening. You don't know how to work through it. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you don't know. Oh. So, don't be afraid to let there be some inner rattling and rampaging. The dark harlequin comes to you at this time when you are naturally diving into darkness for a healing purpose. So ask the difficult questions. Do you things you wouldn't normally do? Experiment. Oh my God, that's so weird. Experiment with thinking in ways you wouldn't normally think. Be willing to let everything change for the better by first letting go of how things are now. The messier inner world seems to be right now, the more you can expect complete inner and utter transformation as a new order comes into form. This is an amazing reading. I mean, just from what I got so far. It's funny because I was doing all the other readings a different way, and then I just totally pulled different spread for you and with different cards. Like, I had to do it different. So, like, that's, like, obviously the energy that I'm connecting to with this card, and that's the first time I've read it. So, because it's a newer deck. And the other card you got is Thomas, which is about resting. Like taking time to rest. Okay, well, let's get into it. I'm going to tell you what first I'm going to tell you what the tea leaf cards say that you've got going on this week. So we've got the lily, which is spiritual love. The star, which is guaranteed success. Chairfield, someone coming into your life and compliments from an admirer, and I think that's the same person. There's also forces working against you with the axe, and weeping willow, family sorrow. So there may be some family problems. Now, okay. So let's get into it because I can see a lot of stuff here. So the first card is the card for yourself. Now, you're coming up as the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor has total power. This is the king of all the kings. And they have control of their life, their world, their reality, everything around them. That's what you're coming up as, the emperor. And what's crossing you is the seven of materials and the chariot. Two came out. Now the seven of materials, this talks about you putting effort into something that you're working on, okay? So with the emperor, he has goals, he has something that he wants to do, and he's in control of the life. Like what he wants to bring about, basically he can do with a little effort, okay? But what I'm showing is that you're putting in the work, right? The little effort that you need, because the chariot talks about a lot of success, but this is also with not a lot of pushing effort, because you can see there's like, it's kind of like strings attached to these horses, from her hands to the horses. And basically what she wants, she wills, and the horses are pulling her forward. So it's like you being like, okay, so I need, like, say you want, I don't know, $500 or whatever. It's like you maybe doing the little thing that you need to do towards it that wouldn't necessarily make a big change that you would normally think, right? And then what you find out is that it's like you're just like, oh, it'll just work out, it'll happen. It's kind of your attitude, and then it does. That's what I'm seeing here. And with the star here, you've got this guaranteed success. So like that's what I'm seeing immediately coming up for you. It's like some kind of guaranteed success. And in your subconscious, okay, below you, we've got the Four of Voices and the Empress. So the Empress, so there's the Emperor and then the Empress. And the Emperor has the control, right? The Empress is the birthing energy. It's the creative energy. So it's like the Emperor would say, I want this to happen or whatever, right? And then the Empress births it, okay? Now you could be thinking of someone or have someone on your mind with the Emperor and the Empress here, okay? But with this resting energy here, and this is about not only resting too, this is meditation, this is seeing, this is envisioning. See, it's like envisioning what you want in both of these. That's how the Empress bursts it, because she realizes that she has access to all that she wants and desires and needs in her life, and she can create any of it because it comes from her. And so there's something about like needing to like visualize or meditate or like feel it being there already. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like prayer in the way that like Native Americans do it. Hold on, I'm going to turn off that light because it's like making my face dark. Hold on. I don't like it when it does that because it's just weird. But anyway, so there is something about needing to meditate. So let's go to your past real quick. So in your past, you've got the moon, okay? And the moon talks about, this is like you being in the dark, not knowing. And that's actually what this dark Harlequin card was talking about too. Like you're in the dark, you don't know, but you're in the dark because you are actually supposed to be the light because you're the moon in the dark. So, and people will look to you for direction. So whatever you're doing, because I feel like whatever you're going to have success, and like other people are going to look to you for how they can do whatever they're doing. Whatever you're doing, it's like showing others in some way how to do something. Does that make sense? So it could be like at a job, or it could be something like creative or something like that. But I'm seeing a lot of success. And then, but you're in the dark, almost like you're not seeing it yet. But it's like there. I mean, it's in your energy now. So maybe even by the time you see this message. Okay, now crowning you, like the energy around you is like crossing over these obstacles. Like you're moving away past these problems. And your immediate future is the Five of Pentacles. Now with the Five of Pentacles being in your immediate future, that is feeling left out, like down and out, like someone left you, you're broke. But you can see, okay, she's laying in front of this building. All she got to do is get up and walk in there. And that's kind of what this talks about. It's like you're almost like you're being called too, because you see that, I don't know if that's supposed to, what is that? I forgot. I see it as like music playing, coming out of the building. Like you're being called to get up and go in there. But that is one I want to get a clarifier on, though, is your immediate future one. So why do you have the Five of Materials in the immediate future? Okay, yeah, okay. We got the Six of Pentacles reversed. So there's an imbalance here. Let me get one more real quick. Oh my God. So, okay. You might not be, you're not, it's like you're not seeing it. Something's like right around the corner and you're not seeing it. Because you got the Page of Cups here. And the Page of Cups is like an offer. There's an offer. And the Six of Materials is reversed because there's an imbalance. And like, this is like almost like being bored with the offer too. Like you're not looking at it. You're just like, kind of like, I don't really care. The Three of Swords came out reversed. So I'm really getting from this that you have something that you're being offered, an opportunity, and don't miss it. Don't miss it. The King of Pentacles just came out reversed. Can be like you could be focused on not if it's almost like if you're focused on not having enough money or security in that area, you could miss this offer. Or if you're too focused on your money, like if you're too focused on the material is what I'm getting. Or it could be that you didn't receive an offer from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that you were expecting. Or like some kind of disappointment around that. And miss it. So don't miss it. So how do you do that, right? Let's go to the advice. We've got justice. Oh my God. Oh, I'm like, I really got to know what this is. Okay, so, okay. I want to start doing readings a little bit differently than I normally do. In that, and I was going to I put this on my TikTok, but I didn't put this on YouTube yet. But, okay, whenever I do a reading, the reading is always reflective of me too. Because everything that you look at, everything that you do, or that you experience in your life is a reflection of you. So if I'm doing a reading for you, it's always going to have a message in there for me too, because it's also reflecting me, right? And same with when you watch readings on YouTube, okay? If you watch the reading on YouTube, there's a message there, whether you see it or not. If you watch it, it's there. You're going to see it when you are expecting to see it. That's when you see it, when you see the message, okay? So the reason why I say, I had to just explain that, but the reason why I say that is because in the reading I just did before this one, or 2 readings before this one, in the Taurus, it talked about needing to peel off this mask, this layer, this mask. And this is not the typical message from the Justice card, but that's exactly what's happening here. She's like peeling off layers of skin. And that's the advice. Oh my God. Oh, I'm getting so much stuff from this. Okay. So the other thing is, okay, so there's these triangles here on the corners or on the sides, okay, or pyramids, not triangles. But in the pyramids, there's boxes. I'll put a link down below. You got to see this video I did, because I have this video with these images, okay, of the box inside a box. Now this is a box inside a pyramid, and I forgot the name of it, toroidal or something. But the reason why I use that image is because, like, I saw into another dimension. Like, you know how there's first, second, third, 3 dimensions? I saw like a 4th dimension and what it looked like. And the best way for me to describe it was this shape, and then I looked up 4th dimension to see if scientists had any kind of images as to what they thought that would be like, and they had this image of a box inside of a box. And this is a box inside of a pyramid, which is interesting because pyramids are very healing, for one. You know how, sorry, my light turned off. You know how we shed skin? Oh, come on, turn on. We shed skin. Okay, so sorry, I'm like getting all these images in my mind. So, okay, so what I'm thinking of is this image that's like it's like a donut, okay? Think of a donut, okay? And think of the donut as if you were inside the hole, and then it spins outward like this, right? Like going like this. So what I'm thinking of is that the middle becomes the outside, and then the outside becomes the middle, right? Like circles, okay? This is what I don't know if I'm saying it right, but toroidal shape or whatever, this is what it does, okay? And what I'm seeing is that it's like being born again over and over again, okay? Always renewing. It's almost like the secret to not dying. I have so much to say about that, but let's see where this is going. But there is something about needing to come out of the shell. What is justice? And there's stairways. She's walking through a stairway. 6 or 9? Okay, we've got 9 of Cups. I'm going to get one more. Oh my gosh, that was way too many. So I'm putting those back. There's like a whole freaking pile. Okay. Can I get one more for justice and the 9 of Cups? Okay. Okay, 4 of Swords, and it's reversed this time. Wow, okay, so that's, yeah, oh. Okay, so this is, your advice is to be reborn, basically. There is a shedding here. So there is stuff in your life that you need to shed away from your life. Whether it's, and it's going to start with where you think and believe, okay? And then you shed away the parts of your actions that don't align with that, with what is true to you in your heart. And then you shed away the external things that are not true to you, okay? Because the justice is like coming face to face with your heart. Have I done what I truly believe in, okay? The 9 of Cups in this card, it's 9 cups on the ocean, or yeah, and it's like the flow, okay? It's like going with the flow. And the cups, it basically, they don't spill as long as when you don't put an anchor down. Now, those things in your life that are not in alignment with your heart are the anchors. They're spilling your cups. And this can manifest in disruptions, disagreements, sicknesses, illnesses in your life. If you're sick for some reason, if you have obstacles in your life, it's because of something that needs shed from your life. You need to let go, cut the anchor that's holding you here. Okay? And this is your environment. Okay. The Muse of Materials. This is like an amazing card. Let me just read it to you because this says, in the garden of life, she finds herself at the door. Above it all sits the Muse of Materials, reflected in all her of nature. She whispers from the flowers, the grass, the trees. She flitters among the birds and babbles in the creeks. The Muse uses all the materials of the earth to bring her world into form. She looks down, offers a lesson of manifesting in abundance. Sweet Creator, these things are yours for the taking and using. The fusing and the gentle forming Your harvest, little sprout, arises from the earth, so grounded into her low humming energy and breath in her humidity and warmth. It's time to take another small step toward the garden of life and commit to watering, healing, dancing, and loving as much as you can. Material success and joys are arriving. Seek the grounding energy of earthly delights and know that your own fertile lands are blooming now. That's your environment around you. That's what's coming to you. And your hopes and fears, and it's funny because we got 6 of emotions that came out and 6 of inspiration.